What up, guys? Here we are, back again, and got a video that I've had a lot of requests for. We've been waiting on these. We're going to install the Interior Innovations headlights for the Z32. I got mine in full carbon. They offer a couple of different options: black, or traditional chrome, like the J-Spec. They have a new Hydro Dip option, and then of course the full carbon, which is what I went with. A lot of people were requesting to do as in-depth of a video as possible, so we're going to give that a shot. We're going to go over the quality, the removal of the old headlights, and we're going to try this with the bumper on. And there's not a lot of stuff online about how to do that, but it is possible. And then we're going to get the install, and then hopefully go over the aiming process as well. So stay tuned, and here we go. Alright, first thing, you're just going to need to take off the nose panel. For me, I don't have the bracing underneath because of the twins one, but basically just the two, and probably two up here. We're going to get that off and then get everything out the way. Alright, next, if you have a stock airbox, it's going to be a little bit different, but if you have an intake, it's going to be a little easier. Just got to remove the MAF connector. We're going to remove this, and then we're going to remove the two clamps to get the hosing out of the way so that we can get to these bolts right over here. Alright, so now that you've got everything out of the way, the two inside ones are going to be the easiest. Right here, up underneath, you will see, if I can get to it here, one right here. And I'm not going to be able to get it to the camera, but there's one right at the very back corner of the headlight up underneath here. You're going to remove both of those bolts on each side to get the inside, and then we'll move forward. Alright, so next, to get to this one over in the corner, we're going to have to remove the corner light we're going to get from underneath. Doesn't matter if you have JDM or US, it's pretty much just two screws. We're going to screw those out, pop it out, and then we'll come back. Alright, this one's very easy. Just right there visible as soon as you take the corner lamp off. Alright, and this one over here, you'll need to pull the fender liner. Mine doesn't have it because of the wide body, but right back here by your loom. Once you've got everything unbolted, pretty simple. You're just going to lift up, be careful of the studs up here, and then pull out, and then disconnect all your connections. Alright, so the new headlights are going to come with brand new JDM style brackets. So you're going to need to unwrap those and mount those. Should be pretty straightforward. These are going to go on this side. There's a mounting hole right there. These, pretty much the same thing. And once you get those mounted up, you'll be ready to mount them in the car. Alright, connection's pretty easy. They're labeled L for low beam, H for high. You're just going to connect them to your factory wires, and then same as reverse, a reverse from before. Gonna slide them in, slap them down, and then you'll be ready to mount them. Don't bolt them in yet because you're going to want to be able to remove it to adjust the beams. We're going to go over that later, but here are your adjustment bolts for your high beams. Low beams are covered by a cover. You're going to need to loosen this nut, take this cover off, and then there's adjustment screws right here. So we'll go over that later. Alright, once you've got them mounted, you're going to get a pretty good idea of what you need as far as aiming once you test them. Obviously don't put anything all the way together until you've tested the lights. There's a positive and negative symbol on the socket itself, so just be mindful of that. Then what you're going to do is you're going to loosen this nut for the low beams. It's got an aligner thing right here. Be mindful of that. That's going to line up the projector. But you're going to see there's going to be 4 all the way around adjustment screws. That is how you're going to adjust the low beams, and of course your high beams, vertical and horizontal. That has gone over in the instruction manual that comes with it. Pretty straightforward. All right, so install is done. Preliminary aiming pretty much done. Couple of things. Obviously, we went over removing everything. Install is reverse. The brackets are JDM style versus US style, so you're going to save a little bit of weight there. Also, depending on how you align things up, you may have a little bit of issues getting it back in. I did have a little bit of trouble on both of these, driver and passenger. On the outside one, it didn't want to actually go into the hole. It was just a little bit off, so I had to go up underneath through the parking light socket, and had a flathead screwdriver and a little hammer, and I just kind of tapped it until it wanted to drop in. But once it dropped in, it's fine. The other thing is, obviously, when you're doing your aiming and everything, you're not wanting everything bolted down, so that was kind of a little bit tricky, having to get it down and then get it back out and everything. But overall, not too bad. The high beams are pretty easy to get to, as I showed you. Removing that cover, you kind of have to take it in and out every time, but it's pretty straightforward. The 4 screws, obviously if you want to lower the beam, you're gonna tighten the top ones, loosen the lower ones, and it's gonna pivot that the projector down. Same with right and left. Tighten the right ones a little bit, loosen the left ones, and then it'll angle it where you want it. And then in reverse also, if you need to raise it up, you're gonna tighten the other ones, loosen the top ones. It's gonna pivot it. I actually had to do the opposite for each of these. I had to raise up the driver's side headlight just a little bit, and then lower the passenger side a little bit. Now again, I just did a little bit in my garage on the wall there because it was daytime, to kind of get a basic, and that's what I'm going to show here in a little bit, with the before and after. Is going to be not fully aligned, but enough to get you guys going on this video. I'm going to fine tune it, of course, but again, since you have to basically take the headlights out each time, take that cover off, it's a little bit time consuming to get it right perfect where you need it, unless you just really hit it. And luckily I did. I think I'm probably pretty close. I did some measurements on my inside garage wall, taped it off, did all that. You can find all of that online. Pretty straightforward. You're going to get the center line of the headlight, measure from it to the ground, transfer that over to the wall. You're going to aim to be a couple of inches below that. I'm not going to go over that specifically in here, but the process of aiming them, like I said, we went over. And so now, really, all we're going to do is give you some before of the light output and cutoff, and then after with these. I will say that the before is the OEM projector and headlight, but I did have a Morimoto HID kit on there. I want to say 6,000. I'm not sure of the color. It's been a long time. But either way, not exactly. So it was a little bit better on the light output side and color versus OEM, pretty dramatically actually. But this, from what I'm seeing, is going to be quite a bit better than that even. So here we go. Here's some before and after shots. All right, guys, so it finally got dark, and I just got back from taking some video for you guys for the before and after, but also got back from the test drive, and I gotta say, these are amazing. So overall, let's talk about it. Build quality, really good. I really like how good the quality is. Everything looks like it seals up real nice. The rubber seals, just like OEM, they fit perfectly with the body. I'm really liking the polycarbonate lens. Gets rid of the fluted glass and the nipples and all that fun stuff for a nice, clean, clear look. The carbon, obviously, as you can see in the photos and videos that I've posted, looks like it's laid out really nice. Time will tell how both of those hold up, but again, I plan on ceramic coating everything and doing some other things, good maintenance to keep these up. It's not my first rodeo with these kind of headlights. Ease of install, not too bad. I mean, again, it was pretty much plug and play. It's set up pretty much just like the OEM headlights with the JDM type mounts. So aiming, I'd give it, a 3 out of 5 as far as, how easy it is, but it's kind of time consuming. Again, my aiming isn't perfect right now, but it's pretty close just from this drive. And as far as the light output, it's absolutely phenomenal. If you're going to these from just stock with the halogen bulbs, you're going to be blown away. One, the cutoff is a traditional, stepped cutoff, unlike the original OEM US headlights where it's kind of a raised and then it just keeps going. Two, it's a very sharp cutoff. Nice crisp color. You got the nice blue line. And also the light output with these LEDs is just phenomenal. I'm going to be honest, I have the Morimoto headlights on the 370 back there, and these blow them away, which I'm honestly a little shocked at. Interior Innovations has kind of a iffy reputation. I've had good luck with everything I've gotten from them, but again, this is kind of new territory for them, and I figured I'd give it a shot for them and show the community some honest opinions about them. But so far, they're really good. Like I said, if you're coming from OEM to these, you're going to be blown away. I had OEM housings with an HID kit, which was significantly better than just the OEM halogen bulbs in them, and this is way better. They're way brighter than even the HIDs were, but with this cutoff and everything, I mean, I'm loving them. I'm pretty stoked about these. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you liked it, give me a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.